I've not been to Iowa, so that's going to.
You're not missing anything.
I'm going to put it on my list, my bucket list.
I suggest you go in July or August.
I'm going to go in July and August. I'm going to go to Oklahoma. We're on. So we are.
Live.
By the way, live. My travel plans for vacation next year include Iowa. I'm supposed to go to Iowa now because that's what Mike Griffith said. And these kids here, they all went to. They just spent. How long were you there, Tina? For
a week.
A week. Tina McGowan joining us, and Ethan Dotson joining us. He's looking excited. He's looking excited. You know, he got back from Iowa. Scott Schweitzer's here, Bakersfield Speedway, and the California kids. You guys held your own out there, didn't you? I mean, it was a good weekend, right?
Yeah, we did pretty good. I was proud of all of us. We kind of teamed up. We pitted right next to each other. I was really proud of Levi and Ethan.
Ethan, you got on the. We'll have a picture of Ethan, and you don't look too happy, but I think you're probably thinking about it now. You probably are pretty happy with what you did out there, right?
Oh, yeah. I was excited to make the show on Sunday or Tuesday.
Okay, now, so for those who are just joining us, okay, this is the Bakersfield Speedway segment, and normally we talk about, and we had an event in Bakersfield Speedway, but I think that the totality of what these guys have accomplished this weekend kind of trumps it just a little bit this week. Ethan, tell me what you just got back from and where you went.
We went to Boone, Iowa for the Super Nationals. It starts Monday and ends Saturday, and a lot of racing all week. And we were fortunate enough to make the show Tuesday night, and kind of hung out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Just watched all the other races, and race of feature Saturday, and we ran fourth in the big dance Saturday night. So pretty exciting.
Now, Scott, have you been back to this event yourself yet?
I haven't. And to put this thing in perspective, I mean, this is like the biggest dirt race of the year, and you can't even explain how many people, the impact that this race has on the dirt racing community. And then to have 3 of our sport mod racers make the main event is just phenomenal from California. And then we had Kyle Griffith that made the Race of Champions, and then we had, A-mod drivers back there racing. I mean, it's just a huge – I mean, they really represented California and the Bakersfield Speedway like no others.
Right. What you have, Ethan was saying, there's 182 sport mod drivers, and you're looking, you got to win a heat race basically to get into the big dance, the Saturday feature. Pretty much, you win a heat race, you're going to be in, and then there's other No, you got to finish your heat race and run a qualifying race.
You got to win your heat race to make the qualifier main and get a top 8. It's full of 20 heat race winners, fast cars, and pill draw for starting spot in that and get a top 8 to make the big show.
So you win your heat race on a Tuesday, then you race a 30-car qualifying race. You got to be in the top 8 to make that.
Right.
If you don't win those, you got B mains you can try to get through. So there's a variety of chances to get there, but to get in the 30 cars that make that Saturday night show have earned their way into it.
Yeah, you get 3 chances, and that's it. You get 2 qualifiers, and then you probably got to make both main events and miss it by a couple spots to run the last chance race, which is like a qualifier. It's like a main event, and you got to get.
Ethan, is this your first time there, or have you been before?
I've been to watch, but that's my first time.
First time racing. And you've been to this a few times, probably, right?
This is my second time racing. I've been several years with Brad to watch.
Yeah.
And it's my second year racing.
And your first kind of experience with it. What was your thoughts on it?
I was upset I couldn't make it last year, but it really is very hard to make the show. I got second in one of my heats and got black flagged out of the A-main qualifier. So yeah, that place will break your heart, but it's awesome feeling when you can make it amongst those 30 drivers from all, several different states. And it really just says something about the guys we race with every week that we did so well back there with them.
I mean, I think it speaks to the level of preparation and competition that's going on at Bakersfield Speedway, really more than anything.
And to another thing to look at, they don't race back east. I mean, those guys from back east are racing those type of tracks and against those guys. And I've always said we have the best racers in California. And then they go back there not seeing this track and have to set up these cars and race. And they did it and accomplished it. And I mean, it's just a huge statement that they did for California out there.
It's great. Some great pictures we had. My first, by the way, experience with Boone was just talking to Tom Mocht, our photographer, about it. And I can't repeat the conversation, but it was like, you need to know about Boone, blankety blank blank blank, and then get out there and I'm going, and then we got pictures back. So that somehow it worked out quite well. Let's go to the next slide here. We have, so coming up this weekend, by the way, we got Modified Sport Mods, NMRA, CDCRA, Mod Lights, and Mini Dwarfs. Griff, you like the Mod Lights, don't you?
I like the Mod Lights. I think that's going to be a fun class.
Yeah.
Lot of power, low weight. I think they're going to be much like the Sport Mods. Started with 4 or 5 cars when you started Sport Mods not that long ago, and look what it's done. I think the Mod Lights are going to be a great stepping stone, especially for somebody who wants to come out of junior mini dwarf. So I think that's going to be a fun class.
And then next Saturday, a week from Saturday, you have the USAC Midgets, Modifieds, the stock cars, mini stocks, hardtops, midgets. So back to big schedules over the next 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, we got a lot of racing going on leading up to our Bud Nationals. So we're going to finish out strong in September, take a week off, and then come back with our big race.
By the way, $12 general admission this weekend, $10 for seniors, $10 for military ID required, $5 for kids 6 to 12, kids 5 and under, free. And Mike Griffith.
Camping and parking, free.
See, there you go. You've earned your pay for the day. And by the way, ignore the Boone sign. This is what's really more important. The Budweiser Nationals coming up here, and we will do a 90-minute show. Scott doesn't know this yet. We will do a 90-minute show. I'm just breaking it live, prepping for the Budweiser Nationals leading up to that. So I expect lots of drivers to hear for that show to talk about the Bud Nationals and your car count too.
Okay.
Let's go look at the results from last week. Hobby Stocks, Matt Wankum with the win. Lloyd Wren Jr. second. Kevin Collier in third. And American Stocks, Mike Hill Jr., Tyler Irwin, Tracy Childress, Mike Waters. Mini Stocks, Gary Spiller, Tina Bell, and Doug Shepard. And Street Stocks, Brady Bell with the win. Lonnie Welch in second. Randy Griffith third. And Billy Sleepkins in fourth. And that was your kind of a small quiet time for you guys, but
being that
good
we're
racing.
we're an IMCA sanctioned track, so we can't hold any IMCA sanctioned race during the Super Nationals. So it's kind of a quiet night, an easy night for us. And I mean, we were trying to stay by cell phones, and anybody had a laptop that can watch the big show that these guys were in. So yeah, it was still a great night of racing, and looking forward to it.
There's some competitive races there in those stock car classes. So, what are we looking at here? Who is this right here? What are we looking at here? Is this Ethan? No, this is
Pounds.
Brad Pounds. Yeah. Okay. So there he is. These are all Tom Mock's photos. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these. This is a great shot. Just showing the sky. It's just beautiful.
This looks like your all-star race right here.
Well, everyone has their flags out.
They have the flags of the state they come from. It's a fan-voted race.
Okay, let's go to the next picture. And there is Brad carrying the California flag, and with somebody from Washington next to him. So really, I mean, from all over the country, you have racers from all over the country at this event.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there you are with Levi Kiefer, couldn't make it today. And what happened after this picture?
This one of the IMCA officials was writing an article for because we qualified the first night. And we were the first Californians to qualify for a Sport Mod Super Nationals main event.
Wow!
And then of course Ethan
got through too.
Ethan got through too. So
hey, how many women are racing in this? How many women qualified through?
I was told I was the third to qualify for the Super Nationals, the only one this year. I'm not sure. The other women were a couple years ago.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going through these pictures. And this is you right here, right?
Yes.
There she is, Tina McGowan racing. Another shot there. And these are the Griffith brothers. No relation to the guy over in the corner.
No, they're far more talented.
On the left, go back to that picture there. You got Kyle on the left and Cruz on the right. I got that right? I got it right?
Yeah, and Kyle's the one that got second in the Race of Champions. So
Cruz did something different to his hair. It looks like looks like a little bit of a trim there. They had a great time, though. Some great results. And keep going through. And Cruz Griffith, right? There he is, number 51. And Kyle's car. And more from, this is more of, missing over here.
Where's Levi?
Levi, right? Okay. And Ethan, explain what's happening in this race here.
We took the green and went into one, and the guy that started above me spun out. And
wait, where are you at in this picture? I'm not exactly sure.
I'm the one getting crashed.
Yeah, down here.
Down below, you're getting hammered. This is like a stair step of disaster through here, you know?
Yeah, that was our start off of Boone.
Wow.
That was your Monday race, right?
Yeah, that was
your
my first heat race.
So what was your thought going through when this happened? I mean,
just praying it was still drivable, but
yeah,
it was. we got lucky and it didn't turn. It was still dry bolt. It broke the right rear spring, so we were doing a big old wheelie, but kind of messed with the setup a little bit. But
how long did it take you to fix the car and get everything ready to go? And
with a lot of help there, we got it ready pretty quick for the B main. We had a lot of people that are helping us.
So who was helping you? I mean, was other Bakersfield guys around?
Oh yeah,
out?
Levi and Brad and everybody came around and helped us.
Now your dad's here, right?
Yeah, my dad.
Was he helpful?
Oh yeah.
All right, just making sure. I'm sure he's helpful in more ways than one. Okay, now explain this picture.
This was.
You don't look very happy in this picture. I don't understand this. I mean, you didn't win, but you got a pretty good. You got $150, right? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
So.
No, I was happy, but wishing I could have been 3 spots ahead. We had a pretty good shot to win the race. We had some technical difficulties on the right front of the car that kind of.
Sounds like my Saturday. Some technical difficulties on Saturday too. But so now you've done this. So what have you learned, and what are you going to take away from it going back? You still be back next year, right?
Oh yeah, we learned a lot, and our goals weren't even to do that, and we accomplished a lot more than we expected to, and we'll be back next year and try to finish a little bit better.
Tina, what was your takeaway from this event?
I
Don't drive the 80, right? fly to Des Moines.
Right.
And then
definitely fly. I just learned not to underestimate myself because I do that a lot. I doubt myself, and I was really just happy to make the show, finish my car. Didn't have a mark on it hardly, and I can basically unload it and go racing in Bakersfield Speedway this weekend.
That's
so I was
even
happy
better.
about that.
So back home. Back home to Bakersfield, back home to Bakersfield Speedway.
Yep.
Does Bakersfield Speedway prepare you for this kind of racing, you think? I mean, how well were you prepared for it, do you think?
I think so. I think the tracks we race on here just require a lot more skill and finesse. And so when you go back there, it's still hard because of the caliber of the racers you're competing against.
Right.
But I think driving the tracks here at home make us better drivers for sure.
All right, good. Well, we're going to get out of here because we got another segment coming up. You need to get back to school. There you go. What grade are you in now? How old are you now?
Sophomore, 15.
Sophomore? What school?
Independence
High School. All right. They're playing Frontier this weekend. That'll be live on VVarsity Live this weekend. All right. Thanks for joining us here, you guys. Great job, and thank you for representing so well, and we appreciate you guys coming in and joining us. Coming up next, Kern County Raceway Park. We're talking motorcycles, believe it or not, and trying to hope that Tina won't destroy the desk over here. All right. We'll be back after these messages.
Hi.